It's one of the most contested, mysterious, and sacred places on Earth. Billions revere it. Wars have been fought over it. Legends say it holds the key to the end of the world. And yet, very few truly understand what lies beneath it. I'm talking about the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem, and what's been found underneath it might just blow your mind. Now, you've probably seen the dome before, its golden roof shining under the Middle Eastern sun, perched high on the Temple Mount in the old city of Jerusalem. But what most people don't realize is that underneath that beautiful golden dome is something far older, far deeper, and far more controversial than any monument you'll see on the surface. Beneath it sits the foundation stone, an ancient piece of bedrock that millions believe is the exact spot where Abraham prepared to sacrifice Isaac, where Solomon built the first temple, and where the Ark of the Covenant may have once rested. This isn't just a rock. It's the beating heart of Judaism, a sacred site in Islam, and a prophetic landmark in Christianity. But what lies beneath that rock? That's where the story really begins. See, beneath the Temple Mount is a labyrinth of tunnels, chambers, and sealed entrances, some dating back thousands of years. And for centuries, explorers, prophets, rabbis, imams, and even secret societies have speculated about what could be hidden down there. Some say it's the Holy of Holies, the inner sanctum of Solomon's temple, still intact. Others whisper about ancient scrolls, underground rivers, or chambers filled with temple treasures. And while excavations around the area have been severely limited due to political, religious, and security reasons, that hasn't stopped some truly shocking discoveries from surfacing. From British explorers in the 1800s who snuck in through water shafts, to modern ground-penetrating radar studies that detected large, unexplained voids beneath the site, to ancient texts describing secret entrances and temple rituals taking place beneath the mount. The deeper you go into this mystery, the more bizarre and breathtaking it becomes. Because this isn't just about stones and tunnels. It's about prophecy. It's about identity. And it might even be about the future of the world as we know it. So, what did they find under the Dome of the Rock? And why are so many people afraid to talk about it? Let's go deeper. To understand what might actually lie beneath the Dome of the Rock, we need to go back, way back. Because the significance of this location didn't start with Islam or even Christianity. It started with the Jewish temple. According to the Hebrew Bible, this is the exact place where God told Abraham to sacrifice his son. This is where King David bought a threshing floor and where his son Solomon built the first temple, a monumental structure that was said to house the Ark of the Covenant, and more importantly, a direct connection to the divine. That temple was destroyed by the Babylonians. Then the second temple was built, which stood until the Romans obliterated it in 70 CE. But here's the twist. The most sacred part of the temple, the Holy of Holies, was never supposed to be touched again. Now imagine this. Centuries of wars, conquests, and religious shifts, and somehow this tiny area, just a few square acres, remains one of the most spiritually electrified pieces of land in existence. And beneath it? That's where things get wild. British explorers like Charles Warren in the 19th century were among the first Westerners to seriously explore the underground parts of the Temple Mount. He used shafts and water tunnels to secretly map out chambers and passageways under the platform. What he discovered was astonishing. Massive stones weighing over 400 tons, sealed gates, and mysterious cisterns that didn't seem to have a clear purpose. But Warren wasn't allowed to dig beneath the dome itself. Even back then, the political sensitivity was off the charts. Fast forward to more recent times, and Israeli archaeologists have used high-tech equipment, like ground-penetrating radar, to study what's beneath the surface without actually breaking ground. The scans have revealed massive voids, empty spaces that shouldn't exist according to traditional architectural records. And yet, there they are. Unexplained cavities, hidden rooms, and corridors that line up eerily with descriptions from ancient Jewish texts like the Mishnah and the Talmud, which describe subterranean chambers beneath the temple. Add to that stories from the Zohar, Jewish mysticism texts, that speak of hidden gates and divine passageways under the mount. And it's easy to see why this place is at the center of so many conspiracies, prophecies, and power struggles. But let's not stop there, because what's even more mysterious is the strict silence around these findings. Why is access so restricted? What are authorities so afraid the world might find? The answer might lie in the next part of this incredible journey. Now here's where things start getting seriously mysterious and political. Because if you're wondering why we don't just go down there and find out what's beneath the dome, you're not alone. Countless researchers, archaeologists, theologians, even heads of state have asked that same question. But here's the truth. The Temple Mount is one of the most sensitive, guarded, and restricted places on Earth. Muslim authorities, primarily the Waqf, maintain control over the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque complex. Meanwhile, Israel maintains overall security. This shared arrangement creates a tightrope that no one wants to disturb, because any excavation under the dome could trigger not just outrage but outright conflict. And that's not an exaggeration. In 1996, when Israel opened a tunnel alongside the Western Wall, not even under the dome itself, mass protests erupted across the Muslim world. Dozens of people died in the unrest. That one event showed just how volatile any underground exploration could be. So what's left? Rumors, ancient texts, smuggled photographs, and second-hand accounts. Some claim the Ark of the Covenant might still be buried in one of the sealed-off chambers under the dome. Others believe Solomon's original treasure vault lies beneath the surface, hidden behind limestone and time. And there are even fringe theories suggesting that secret societies, yes, including the Knights Templar, once dug beneath the Temple Mount and recovered relics too powerful to reveal. And yet, despite all this drama, silence persists. Requests to explore under the dome are almost always denied. Drones are banned, radar scans are restricted, and even discussing the idea of digging too close to the dome can stir up diplomatic backlash. Which raises the question, what's really down there? If it were just empty stone and forgotten foundations, wouldn't someone have already opened it to the world? There's something about this site that defies explanation. It's not just the history or the religion, it's the energy. The idea that something sacred, secret, and possibly world-changing might lie mere feet beneath the surface is enough to keep the entire world on edge. But the most mind-blowing part? There's a growing group of people who believe the truth will only be revealed when a major world event, some kind of spiritual awakening or global shift, forces the dome's secrets into the light. And if that happens, we may find that everything we thought we knew about history, faith, and power is just the surface layer. Let's fast forward to today, where science, technology, and faith are all colliding in ways we've never seen before. Ground-penetrating radar, AI image reconstruction, LIDAR, you name it. There are tools now that could peer beneath the Temple Mount without ever disturbing a stone. And yet, access is still blocked. You have to ask yourself, is it just about politics and preservation? Or is there something there they don't want us to see? Think about it. Throughout history, powerful objects and locations have always been shrouded in myth, kept hidden from the public. The Vatican has underground archives no one's allowed to see. The pyramids have sealed chambers radar has picked up, but no one's entered. And the Dome of the Rock? It might be the most spiritually charged spot of them all. According to some Jewish traditions, that foundation stone is where creation began, where God started forming the world itself. That's not metaphor. That's literally what's believed. In Islamic tradition, it's where the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven. And for Christians, it's the site of the Second Temple, the place Jesus once walked and taught. 3 major world religions point to this exact rock, and all 3 agree. Something cosmic happened here. But let's go deeper. There are whispered stories of geometric anomalies under the dome, strange energy fields, even reports of instruments malfunctioning in the area. Pilgrims say they feel a pressure in their chest, a kind of divine gravity pulling them inward. Could it be electromagnetic? Maybe. Could it be psychosomatic? Sure. But the consistency of these experiences across time and cultures, that's something science can't fully explain. And here's where the theories really take flight. Some believe the Ark of the Covenant was never moved, never hidden in Ethiopia or lost to history, but locked beneath that foundation stone itself, sealed behind walls that no human hands have touched for 2,000 years. Others say the Ark is gone, but something even greater remains, a portal, a divine gateway between heaven and earth. Not symbolic, literal. A spiritual axis mundi, a place where dimensions meet. It sounds unbelievable, until you realize how much of our world is still unexplained. From ancient maps to quantum fields, from lost civilizations to religious prophecies, the Dome of the Rock might be the intersection point for all of it. And the scariest, most thrilling part? We might be only one global shift away from unlocking it all. So here we are, thousands of years, countless empires, and 3 world religions later, and the truth about the Ark, the temple, and the foundation stone is still buried under layers of stone, scripture, and silence. Maybe it's hidden to protect us. Maybe it's waiting for the right moment. Or maybe it was never meant to be found at all. But one thing is certain, the Dome of the Rock isn't just a monument, it's a mystery, alive, pulsing, and waiting. And whether you're a believer, a skeptic, or just a curious soul, this story isn't over. It's just getting started. If you're drawn to stories like this, where history, myth, and mystery collide, don't just scroll past. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment with your wildest theory, and let's uncover the hidden together. Because sometimes the truth isn't buried, it's just waiting for someone brave enough to ask the right questions.